Whoa.
It's kind of weird. That's like really zoomed in too.
Jeez, let me see what I can do here. Oh, there we go. There you go.
There you go. What's up,
Man,
dude?
how you doing, man?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Just
So,
another day in paradise.
yeah. I was trying to do it on YouTube live, but they only give me the option for mobile to mobile for like a go live together thing or something like that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm getting old. It's hard to do it on the phone.
Yeah, I've never done like any of the lives before. I don't even know if this is really going to even go up to YouTube. But I was just stoked to talk to you.
Yeah, no shit, man. Long time no speak.
I know, man.
So, how's everything been?
I got a jet in like 15 minutes, but at least
Okay,
finally got to connect with you a little bit.
that works. That
Yeah, man.
works.
What's new?
Just another day in the life. Another day in life, expanding on things. So, you projects?
I mean, same old, just trying to grind through the whole YouTube world and train fire, train
Yeah,
students, all that kind of fun stuff. But
the
yeah,
YouTube world, man. I don't get it. Some people take off on it. Some people don't.
some
So
people take off, and then the people that some of them are pretty solid, and you're like, wow, that's a lot of effort in that video. And then
yeah,
some of them that take off, you're like, what? how, how did that happen? Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know. It's not my thing, but my guy who runs my stuff for me, he puts stuff up there all the time. He'll tell me, "Hey, go film something," submit it to him, whatever he says to film, and then I just have him deal with it because it's too stressful.
Yeah.
I got too much stuff going on to deal with it.
Oh, totally. How's the gym going?
I'm gonna hold off on opening mine. It's just the overhead and all the stuff that's going on. It just made more sense when I started doing the cost ratio evaluation. The difference. It's just easier to stay where I'm at, where my overhead is low, because my side projects are picking up. So
Okay.
still in the same realm over here, doing with the fitness and all that. I kind of linked up with a couple of physicians, and we're working on a project where kind of doing the online and the fitness kind of all ties into one. So when they reached out to me, they kind of pitched me the deal and went out and met them and everything, and it's pretty solid. So we're gonna move forward with that.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
Super cool. And then you incorporated online stuff too, huh?
yeah. Actually, so it's a good thing I already had it already set up, because pretty much what they need is something like this already, uh, and it's already set up. So the cost to develop everything is reduced because I already have it set up. So it was pretty. We're just trying to figure out the bridge to link it all together so we can all network. There's a couple other details we still have to work out. Like, we have our lawyers kind of pack out all the details and everything, so this way we're compliant state to state to state to state, because
Yeah.
we're launching this in California in March, and it's already started in Florida. So we're expanding it. So California has a different set of laws than Florida, so we have to make sure that we're all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, California is different than Florida in many ways, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You probably got it up right away in Florida. California, it takes a little longer.
Well, so I didn't help set up the Florida one. He did, and
Oh, okay.
when it took off, he decided he wanted to expand and that he couldn't do it by himself, and that's when he was searching around, and I guess he found me and started researching me for a couple of months, and then he finally reached out to me and made me the pitch.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
That's solid.
so
Are you still gonna have to wake up at 3 a.m. and stuff?
yeah, I'm still doing my in-person training, but when this picks up, I'm going to cut my hours back. So like right now, I'm working till 1, 2 o'clock with the in-persons, and on average. And then with this taking off, I'm hoping to be able to just cut my days down to like 10 or 11 o'clock, because there's a lot of East Coast time and West Coast. And if I'm working till 2, get back to my office at 3, it's already 6 o'clock on the East Coast, and kind of need to make that a little more availability for over here. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Solid, dude. When I push end stream, it might upload it to my YouTube channel. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, go do your thing.
I have no idea what's gonna happen at the end of this, man. I just saw
You and me
this.
both.
Jeez. We got to get together a talk with Kara and Gemma sometime on here too.
Yeah,
I
that'd
think
be
we
fun.
can.
Yeah,
I
we
think we
haven't
can
we
do.
haven't linked up with them in a minute.
Yeah, I think we can do. So with this software, it looks like we can do lots of people on here. Cool.
How many people can you put on there?
I think the thing said 10.
Oh shit. Oh, we got
Yeah.
plenty of room for Gemma and Kara.
Yeah, and we can we can even invite our favorite person too.
Oh, that would be awesome. Dude, I can't believe he's doing that shady shit. What's it called, an FPA now and not Coaches Cartel?
Yeah, apparently it's FPA. Well, they switched to FPA a while ago, Fit Pro Association or something like that.
I call them fucking punk asses. Yeah, the
Man,
Fit Pro Association is what I think he changed the name to, and dude, it's the same bullshit, dude. He's still lying, saying the same stories and bullshit to everyone. I mean, look at his ads, look at his posts and all that. I'm like, bro, you're lying.
yeah.
Everything he says is just a lie. You're just like, God, and he's charging money for people to go ahead and use the services. Like I think he jacked his pricing up. He's like thousands and thousands of dollars, and he's suckering these people. He's a great liar, total scam artist, but he can't follow through with anything. He can't live up to commitment. He can't handle adversity. I mean, he cannot get it going. I mean, look at himself. He's always talking about gym stuff, and he's fatter. He's fatter now than I've ever seen him.
Yeah,
So,
it's
I mean,
the
the
realm of
guys.
online training. It left me sour, that's for sure. I mean, when I started trying it out in 2020 and then hearing like, hey, you gotta send out 100 emails a day and do a pitch for this and offer this and don't go lower than $350 a month and like just all these things. And now I think I told you before, I'm like, I feel like the whole online training world is kind of like scamish.
Well, so the problem is, it's not that it's scamish. Like I have a buddy of mine who does it. I mean, and he's actually a great trainer. I mean, there's a lot of hacks out there, and then there's a small handful of like real legit trainers. He's legit. He's super fit, does high endurance stuff. He knows how to train everyone. And his online has blown up like crazy. And and I'm happy for him because he's actually a really good dude. If you ever meet him, he's soft spoken, very honest. He's just a friendly, nice guy. So he's the type of guy you want to succeed. And so when I see it working for him, yeah, it makes sense. It's not a scam, but the problem is then you look at like today, I probably got like four people who hit me up today, over a dozen this entire week, trying to offer me the same bullshit the Coaches Cartel did. Hey, are you accepting any more, online clientele? Hey, what are you doing for it? Hey, we have a package to get you more clients, this, and this. And it's like, it's all just a scam. It's all that done for you, DIY or
Yeah,
DIY.
yeah, do it yourself.
Yeah, the do-it-yourself shit. It's all done for you, and all the messages that come over are virtually identical. And you're like, bro, this is bullshit. And then you call them on it, and then they get argumentative. You just gotta block them. So it's like it's become so oversaturated due to COVID, where everyone wants to just jump into this fitness space. They're all like 20 years old, and they're not in shape. They look like shit. They're super skinny. Some people that are in decent shape, they don't have any size. You're like, well, it's easy for a skinny person to get abs. Okay. But once you put some size on and show me you can maintain the abs in Christmas, this way now I can see that you actually know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
And then
or be over 30 and have abs.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. So
Yeah,
it's insane the amount of competitive bullshit that's out there that has oversaturated the market. So I do think that the online can still work. Um, but it's the sad thing is it's going to take a little bit more time because all these hacks they're going to wash up. They can't answer questions. I mean, I see it all the time at my gym. These people come in, they're on their phones and they're trying to follow this thing. They don't understand. They reach out to the people, they never hear back. So then they always come to me and ask me questions. And I'm like, well, I would do this, explain. I'm like, you should reach out to your person because that's what you're paying for. But in the meantime, I would do it like this. And then when they see that it works, like, why can't I even get a hold of the guy? And they start voicing their frustrations. So these hacks that are like 20 to 25 years old, think they have it all together. They're just lazy with no work ethic. And they're like, oh, working out's easy. Let me go ahead and do this bullshit coaching thing. And so they do this and they oversaturate the market. They're charging $200-300 a month and they're putting out crap. I mean, the videos that they're putting out are not even of them. It's not even them
yeah.
showing how to do an exercise. You're like, it's all bought for.
Well, yeah, those apps. I had an app like that for a while, but there's like Train Heroic, all those apps. They have layouts that you can just purchase for your training clients, and it says like body by summer, and then you click on I want to do that, and it does the full workout. It lays it out, and it says give this to your client. Not
Yeah.
one thing done by the trainer
Yeah.
itself. It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
It's I
why, I
mean
mean, I have what on mine, I think I have 472 videos that I filmed. And on Sunday, I'm slated to film another 70 something. I think it's 73 or 74 videos that we're filming because there's just so many to do. And the problem is, if you're not in the video, you lose credibility. No one's
Yeah.
gonna believe you. They don't wanna listen to you, and they're like, they ask you, "Well, who's this person in the video? Who's this person doing it? You told me to do this, but I see someone over here. How do I know that you're doing it?" So
Yeah.
I filmed all these videos myself and edited them and all that, and they're not like, movie quality videos. It's all basic stuff. I mean, we're
Yeah.
working out for God's sake. We don't have to make a film out of this, you know? So I did all those, and it's a big difference. But
Yeah.
it's oversaturated. The online can still work, but we need all these hacks to kind of fade out a little bit.
Yeah. And that the hard part for me for online training stuff too is when I have trained people before, it's the intensity is what mostly needs to be focused on. Of course, you got to have correct form and you got to know what to do. But if let's say you wanted to do, we said, hey, do bench press, and they just throw on 50% of their 1 RM or whatever, and they just knock out 12. I did my 12, rock it up. It's almost like they're just wasting time. It's like so they don't
Yeah.
understand. They need to push themselves. They need that intensity. They didn't know what. Um,
So if you have someone doing exercise, let's say the bench press, and they're doing 12, when you assign it, do you give a rep range, let's say 10 to 20?
Well, I mean, a lot depending on what their goals are. I would say 8 to 12 or 12 to 16 or 4 to 8 or
Okay, yeah,
something like
okay.
that.
Right, right,
Um,
depending on the goals. So you give a range.
yeah,
So that because I've had some other people say, "Well, I did the 12 reps that you told me to." And so then I changed it. I'm like, "Okay, so, if they're not giving that explicit directions of, hey, a rep range, push yourself, if they don't have someone there to push them to get the extra reps, I started putting a range and tell them, hey, numbers are arbitrary. If you're only going to stop at 12 every time, you're not going to see any progress.
yeah,
If it's getting easier for you, go to 15, go to 18, go to 20. When you're hitting 20, increase the weight. So I started doing that this way because I started to think that the accountability was starting to fall back on me. If they don't hit their goal, they're gonna come and say, "Hey, well, I did what you said, and I'm not hitting my goal." So if I put the range in there, frees the liability off of me a little bit, holds them more accountable. So when I ask them questions, they go, "Well, I've been doing 12. I felt good at 12." Well, that's not gonna work.
yeah, yeah. And it reminds me. I mean, I kind of want to dabble around with training as far as Muhammad Ali's approach. When he said, I don't start counting until it starts to hurt. Um,
I thought so. Maybe that's where Tyson got it from because Tyson said the same thing when it comes to sit-ups.
yeah, that was Muhammad Ali. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
no
count my
kidding.
reps till they start to hurt.
Ah,
Um,
interesting. Okay.
yeah, so that's why I'm like, I almost want to say if you're working out and you haven't really worked out before, you should get to a point where you struggle and then do 2 or 3 more or something like that. Not just smooth sailing all the way through.
Yeah.
Because I mean, people don't know how to fight the struggle, and the struggle is when you kind of get it is when you get the most growth. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's the hard part with online stuff because you can't really watch them and be like, hey, you got 3 more reps, so can't
Yeah.
see
See,
through something.
I got a girl right now who she's 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 kind of like that. She's a little more challenging in the sense that there's just not much energy there, and she has a autoimmune disease that I mean, it's not fatal, but it's just something that has to be worked around. And figuring out the right diet for her was a challenge. God, I've given her like I think I've done 5 different variations. One of them being all vegan, another one a vegetarian, and I did 3 different meat versions. And we found out what's working for her now is every other day. So we'll do a meat version one day, and then we'll do a vegan version the next day, not even the vegetarian. And it seems to really help out preventing her get these inflammation um, flashes that she gets, which mess up her joints and everything else. And so then with her, she uses that as her crutch. Well, I have this and I have to battle this. Okay, but today's a good day, right? So why did you only do half your workout and no cardio? Because you have to enter everything into the app. And so when I look in there to see, hey, did you enter everything in? And I don't see anything in there, it says, here we are Thursday. It should be at 66% of the workout should be done today. So if I go in there and it looks and it says 18%, either you didn't do your workouts or you didn't enter in the information. So when I go and touch base with her and say, hey, just a message, and following up with you, I see that you missed some of the workouts. Did you not enter it or did you just not do it? When are we going to play catch up and get it back on track? Oh, well, I got this going on and that going on, this going on, that going on. And I'm like, all right, so it's just not going to work. And
Yeah.
she's paid up till I think the end of the month. And I might just not renew her. Like if the energy's just not there, like if she can't commit, it becomes a waste of my time. I have other people that are more deserving of my time than me have to sit here, follow up with her, send her the messages, meet with her every Friday, redo these workouts and stuff for her. I mean, it's time for someone that's not putting in the work. And it's just, I'd rather have someone that's going to put in the energy.
Yeah, it's when there's no effort on the other end. I mean, I have that when I go to different fire stations. Some guys are when they're required to get their workout in,
Uh,
and
yeah.
and you show up and you're like, okay, our target is 15 minutes on the Bruce protocol on the treadmill here. You know what you did 9 minutes last time. What are you aiming for this time? I don't know, 9:01. You know, like, come on, dude.
Wow.
And then for push-ups, you know, where it's chin to cup push-ups, and we're saying, you know, hey, we want to see how many you guys can get so we can actually track you, compare you to last year, set your goals for
Yeah.
next year, and all that kind of stuff. And they do one or two and go, I'm not feeling it today. You know, it's come on,
Wow.
man.
Lazy.
Yeah, it's
Lazy.
not that's rare. It doesn't happen as much. You know, there's a lot more that get after it and see the benefit of that kind of training, of kind of being watched constantly and that kind of stuff. But yeah, there's always the small few who just have no ambition and just no motivation to really get going. And you're like, come on,
Yeah.
you're gonna retire one day and you can't retire because you have heart problems, back problems, bone
Yeah.
problems, all that stuff.
And that's a real thing right now too. I mean, heart problems are going through the roof right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can. I mean, working with this the neurologist. I mean, I have access to all these different reports and studies that are coming out. And holy shit, man, there's so much. I mean, they should make a lot of this stuff more public. And not like he pays for these reports and all that stuff, so he has access to them. But some of this stuff, man, they should make it for free and just put it out there publicly. Like the stuff for about dementia. Oh my god, I've been studying dementia. Coincidentally, I've been reading up on dementia for all the past year. Um, and a lot of it can be dealt with by food, natural sources. It doesn't have to be medication, you know. And if you get a little more active and clean up your food, certain trigger foods, you know, they cause black spots in the brain. It's not that the brain is dying out, it's just there's not enough nutrients going to that area of the brain, and it just creates a little black spot, which leads to dementia, you know. And a lot of that stuff can be reversed, not fully reversed, but a lot of it can be reversed to prevent that, so you can get a little more brain activity in there when you start cleaning up the diet. Yeah, adding certain supplements. Certain supplements are amazing for getting all those spots cleared up. You know, I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
taking care of your arteries and everything so that you don't get a lot of, like, you know, just gunk buildup in there. Gets more oxygen flow in there, gets a lot more nutrient flow in there, prevents all that stuff. Dementia's huge. There's a lot of breakthroughs going right now with dementias and Alzheimer's.
Yeah. Which I think that's the freakiest illness that there is around, you know, like
Scary.
when you see somebody and they're not that person, that's freaky.
I've been with my wife 30 years now. Or, you know, and I'm only 47. I've been with her since I was 16. And can you imagine if I'm 70 years old and I forget who she is?
Man,
I don't just don't want that.
that's the
You know?
sickest. Yeah, not fun.
Yeah, I got we
Um,
got a history of it in my side of the family, not her side of the family, but my side does. And so all the more reason I've just been reading up on this, taking care of the food. I mean, you should see my cabinet. I have all the supplements that were recommended. Um, I'll send you a copy of the book, like the picture of it you can get on Amazon. This doctor over here, initially he was banned from practice because he cracked the code on dementia. You know, a lot of it came down to supplements and food, and I guess Big Pharma wasn't happy with him, so they
oh
closed
man,
down his clinics and everything. And then he got to the point where he's like, you know, fuck it, I could put books out there. Can't stop me from selling books. So he
yeah,
put the books out there and just is brutally honest on everything. It's an interesting read. I'm about halfway through the book already, and it's phenomenal. I mean, I might even read it twice because I know I'm missing some information, you know.
yeah,
But it's good. I'll send you the name of the book and everything.
awesome. Thank you, thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah, I recently saw something about there's a neurologist talking about because I watch Huberman podcasts a lot.
Okay.
Love that guy. He's legit. So I saw something that said there's a for diabetes, smoking and diabetes decreases your chance of living
Hmm.
by 3% or something like that. A pretty large amount, threefold. Sorry.
Yeah.
But high volume, high level cardiovascular endurance, like high quality heart health,
Hmm.
increases your life by fivefold. So
Wow.
like even more than the other ones do negative, which was crazy. And there was all, you know, studies show, you know, the famous thing that everyone's saying on YouTube now. There's studies for all that kind of stuff too that have shown people who are high level in cardiovascular endurance versus smokers and diabetics and that kind of stuff. So it's crazy that there's diet and exercise is more
There's
beneficial than most medication.
Oh yeah, there's a guy you need to follow. He's really cool, dude. Talked to him a few times. Signed up for him. I get his newsletters, and sign up to his magazine that he has called Reps. His name is Lane Norton. Guy
Okay.
is the shit. He's got a PhD in nutritional science, and for him, everything is based on research. He puts a lot of videos out. He argues with people who always come online saying there's studies say this, studies say
Yeah.
that. He'll put links to all the studies, and everything he says is factual. He talks about the vegan diet, the paleo diet, all the diets in between, caloric deficits. I mean, all these other gurus come out and they do more like theory based talk, but they don't really have anything to support whatever they're saying. So he does. He comes out, calls them out on their bullshit, and puts in whole publications and articles and everything else. He's a dude who you should really reach out. And you can message him. Like I've messaged him a few times, and we've held conversations back and forth when I had a question on something. He's super cool.
Oh, awesome.
So his name
Lee
is
Norton, you said?
yeah, Lane Norton.
Okay.
And the thing is, and he practices what he preaches. So he competes in powerlifting, and he's a champion. I think he's national champion. I think he's won it like twice, something like that. He
Awesome.
just did a meet, I think, a month ago, and he won it. I mean, the guy's a beast, dude. He's badass.
Yeah.
He lifts heavy. He has the fundamentals down for form and training, and then he's just a beast with nutrition. I mean, everything about his nutrition. I mean, no one's going to be better than him. He's got select people who he likes to, collaborate with, and it's cool. He's actually can give shout outs to people who are decent at what they are. But bro, I sign up to all his stuff. He's amazing. If you want to learn from someone about nutrition, learn from him. He's got his stuff on point.
Awesome.
This way, when
Definitely.
you're
But
giving
yeah,
information, what's that?
write me, send it to me and that in the book too later.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
because dude, I mean, if you're gonna put stuff out there, post it. You don't want to be called out on some bullshit. Like there's a guy, he put something out. Oh man, what was it? Because I just reached out to Lane, like I think it was last week actually. I found this video and I was like, from what I read, that's not quite true. It was true at one point, but I think the data is old, and I think
Yeah.
it was outdated by like 6 or 7 years. And so, but it comes up on Google as still accurate. So I'm like, I think this guy's just doing a Google search, reading what he finds within the first paragraph of Google, and then he's
Yeah.
posting it. And he's got a pretty decent sized following. And I'm like, he's giving a lot of people wrong information. So I had reached out to Lane and said, hey man, is this accurate? Because what I read is slightly different. He's like, nope, it's not accurate. It's old. It's outdated. It does this, which is all the new stuff that I read. And if you go
Yeah.
into Google and start going down the pages, yeah, if you scroll down, you'll find the actual article. If you go to DuckDuckGo, it comes up right away. It's like on the top first ones. I can't remember what it was. This is
That's
this is
like
just last week.
that's
So
like something just like salt's bad for you or and that kind of stuff, like the
yeah. Well, I mean, salt can be bad for you depending on certain conditions that you have. Like me, I actually have low sodium because I don't have salt in my house. I don't put it on anything. So I worry about, heart issues and, getting too fluffy and all the other
yeah.
stuff. And I come to find out that now I have actually low sodium. So it was just
Yeah.
told me that I need to start adding salt to my diet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what
So
I've been told. I have too much water and none enough salt. So, but then if you type in, is salt bad for you? And a lot of times on that Google stuff, you're like, oh yeah, stay away from salt. High sodium's bad. Like
yeah.
you see a lot of stuff and then
Same thing
someone
with
will look on
eggs.
that and be like, oh, I'm going to do a video on this,
Yeah.
and
They said the same thing with the eggs and all that got debunked. I remember the time there was a time they said about bananas. I'm like, bananas, dude, it's low on the glycemic index. It's good for it's high in fiber, so even diabetics can have it. Like, why would you
yeah.
not want to have this? It's high in potassium. Why would you
You
not
see
want to
that?
have
You
it in your
see
diet?
that's actually current right now. People are saying that bananas are testosterone killers.
Oh, that's new.
And
I haven't heard that
yeah,
one.
yeah. I mean, if you look it up, I mean, it's just a buzzword. It's a buzzword game out in the social media world. Like, oh, I heard bananas are bad for you. I'm going to do a video on this too. Don't have bananas. Like everyone wants to hop on the buzzword train. And it's
Yeah,
hard to
that's
find what's real, what's not.
yeah, a lot of it's bullshit these days. You know what I mean? It sucks. There's just so much misinformation out there. Um, that's why I just rather associate with accredited people. So this way, if I put something out there, I'll research all different aspects, and if I still get stumped, then I'll reach out to the accredited people and get their point on it. And then usually there's articles that support whatever they say, links, and they'll send me the link so I can read the whole research on it, and then I'll post that. So this way, if anyone does come out and say, "Hey, bananas are killing your testosterone," and really you're like, "No, actually, it doesn't. This is the reason why. Here's the study to go ahead and prove it and support it," then you shut
Yeah.
everyone up. You know.
And
So
I also like to do it on my own for a couple of weeks too. If I see something, yeah, I'll try it out, see how I
yeah,
feel. Like
yeah.
uh,
In fact, there's a new supplement company that I stumbled across called Thorne, Thorne. amazing products. I've been looking around for a good multivitamin. I've been using Myovite for the higher endurance athlete that does like a lot of like running, sprinting, swimming, triathlon, stuff like that. And then I
Yeah.
use Animal Pack for the people who want to do more of the bodybuilding stuff. However, there are a bunch of people who are in that gray area who are on neither one of those. So it's hard to find a good multivitamin for them. GNC, which I hate that company, but they make a decent overall multivitamin, but still it's just not the best of quality. It's GNC, it's shit. So the neurologist who I'm linking up with, he actually recommended Thorn, and so I started researching it. Oh my god, they have more randomized control third party testing on their products than any other company I've seen. There's more research to back and support every claim that they're making. I have their stuff here. So I take the Elite multivitamin. I take the acetyl-carnitine and L-carnitine. Oh my god, just taking those alone, my alertness is a lot better. And
Yeah.
they're multivitamin, because I used to question, because some vitamins you don't necessarily need in the morning, and sometimes you don't need certain stuff in the evening. They split their multivitamin into two. You have an AM and a PM. So you take 3 capsules in the morning, 3 capsules in the evening, and they're in different bottles. So you can't get it wrong. And by doing that, everything seems to function better. It's been 2 weeks I've been on this, and it takes about you can't judge anything by the first couple of days. Usually
Yeah.
2-3 weeks of being consistent, then you start to see how it's working within the system. It's been 2 weeks, and I feel like my alert level is up, the energy level is up, and the focus level is up. So I'm really impressed with their products. So if you want to check it out and really give some good recommendations, look into Thorne, Thorne. It's a great
Okay.
product for supplements. They're not a full line supplement company in the sense that they don't do like pre-workouts and crap like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I'm
oh
not a pre-workout guy anyway, so it's
yeah, me neither. Me neither.
yeah.
But their stuff there, what I found questionable was the pricing. The pricing is low. And I was like, hmm. So I reached over to my neurologist guy. I said, hey, you know what? Why do you recommend this so much? Like, why do you stand by them so much? He started going over the testing and how Australia has this one accreditation that they have, and they were the first company inside that's a U.S. company to get it from Australia. And apparently, to get this one accreditation from Australia is insanely hard. It's worldwide accreditation, but they're insanely hard to get accredited by. And this was the first company, U.S. company, to get accredited by it. It's like, that's interesting. So
Oh,
then you start looking into more of the studies, and you find out that they use the purest quality of base products when they start making all this stuff, all the compound products. You're like, wow, this is really interesting. So the more you read about the company and do your research into it, it's a very accredited company. And so the price line, why is it so low? They don't market it. They got a website, but
oh yeah.
they had done a lot of this. I guess a lot of people in the medical field who they initially targeted, hence my neurologist. So all
Yeah.
these people were hearing about it, and it was just becoming word of mouth. Hey, let's tell my patient to take this and take that and take this and take that. And they have an active website and all there, but they don't do any marketing, so they don't have to jack the pricing up. So like I paid the most expensive product I paid for was the multivitamin. I paid $72 for a month's supply of multivitamins, which was a little bit more than the norm. But then the carnitine was like $26. I was like, that's low. And the
Yeah.
L-carnitine was $41. And when you did the comparison with the other ones that are supposed to be the high quality ones, it was double the cost. So it's definitely a company I would look into. And I've been moving all my clients into it, telling everyone about it. So some of my clients already ordered it. It's still too early for them to really see the difference, but I'm definitely a company worth sticking their name to.
Yeah. I heard. So there's that, and then also ATP Labs or something like that. That gets their, like you said, in Australia, but Canada has a lot more strict rules for their
Yeah,
supplements, so they
yeah,
get cleared out of Canada, and then so that's why their supplements are made as well too. So cool. I'll
yeah.
have to check out Thorn. I got 3 things that you got to send it to me, man. You got to send me those 3 things.
In fact,
Um,
just to make
and
sure I
then
don't forget,
yeah, yeah,
it's the Thorn.
the Thorn, the book, and Lane
Oh,
Norton.
Lane Norton.
Yeah. Well, dude, I gotta jet and bring the kids to gymnastics and all that kind of fun stuff. But
Yeah,
let's try to do this now that we know we can do it on this with Gemma and Kara.
yeah, yeah.
Set a
Let's
time.
do it. Let's set up a time and let's do it, man. Because really, the 4 of us got along the best out of that whole coaches cartel bullshit, that scam. Well, I
Yeah.
guess that was the FPA. So
Yep. Yep.
it'd be great if we all kept in touch, because I know that we're all kind of branching out doing our own things. Like Kara's got Kara's pregnant, and
Yeah.
I think she's got twins.
Yeah.
carrying twins. And so that's going to be a good adventure for her because she's always so fit, and now she has to do this new transformation of, hey, I'm pregnant, but I'm still working out, and then the
Yep.
post pregnancy, how she gets back in shape. She's going to have a big year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yep.
going to
Yep.
be exciting to watch her. So yeah, let's definitely jump on there and get on with all of us.
Yeah. That'd be awesome, man. Well, dude, thank you for after the trial and error, we got it finally connected. And I don't even know if it's going to be posted on YouTube, but I'm just stoked to talk to you.
Yeah, man, it's always a pleasure, dude. Always a pleasure.
Right on, dude. Well, let's hook up soon, and I'll talk to you maybe
Sounds
tonight
good.
on in our group. Let's set it up.
Yeah, let's do it. All right,
All right,
brother.
man.
I'll talk to you.
All right, see you.